Hi, I'm Brian. Thank you for the invitation to share in this training. Wendy and I are talking about Javela training today. Here's something that might surprise you. Regular conversations with older adults don't just make them feel better. They can actually improve cognitive function as much as some medications. Today we're exploring how something as simple as talking could be revolutionizing elderly care.
That's such a fascinating perspective, especially when you consider how many older adults are struggling with isolation right now. What made researchers start looking at conversation as a potential therapeutic tool?
Well, it all started with this groundbreaking iConnect study that showed something remarkable. When older adults engaged in structured, regular conversations, they weren't just happier. They were actually showing measurable improvements in memory and attention spans.
You know what really stands out about these findings? The way they challenge our assumptions about cognitive decline being inevitable.
Exactly right, Wendy. And here's where it gets really interesting. The Javela Friends program has taken these research insights and turned them into something practical. They found that when you combine consistent scheduling with active listening techniques, you create this powerful cognitive workout.
Hmm. So it's almost like going to the gym for your brain, but through conversation instead of exercise.
That's a perfect analogy. And just like physical exercise, the benefits compound over time. The study showed that participants who engaged in these regular conversations were 40% less likely to report feelings of isolation, and many showed improved verbal skills within just 3 months.
Well, that's fascinating. Did they identify specific types of conversations that were most effective?
They did. The research showed that conversations involving memory recall, problem solving, and emotional reflection had the strongest impact. It's not just about casual chit chat, it's about engaging different areas of the brain through purposeful dialogue.
Whoa, that's good news. The implications for healthcare costs must be significant, especially when you consider the expenses associated with cognitive decline.
Oh man, you're hitting on something huge there. Traditional cognitive treatments can cost thousands per month, but this program, essentially structured conversation, costs a fraction of that while potentially delivering comparable benefits for many adults.
That really puts it in perspective. We're talking about a non pharmaceutical intervention that could help millions of older adults maintain their mental acuity.
And here's what's really exciting. The program is seeing success rates that rival some traditional interventions. Participants showed a 35% improvement in cognitive assessment scores over 6 months, and get this, 89% reported feeling more connected to their community.
Those numbers are pretty compelling. How does this fit into the bigger picture of elderly care?
Mm. Well, it's actually reshaping how we think about aging and social connection. The traditional model was focused on physical care, but now we're seeing the shift toward what they call cognitive wellness, using social engagement as a preventive tool against mental decline.
That's such a paradigm shift from how we used to approach elderly care.
And you know what's really powerful about this approach? It's scalable. Unlike complex medical interventions, this can be implemented virtually anywhere,